Hello, welcome to the Galaxy Man Show. I am here with this incredible actress known by the name of Catherine Olsen. So I'm proud to announce Catherine Olsen on the show. So here we go, Catherine Olsen. Please welcome Catherine Olsen. Thank you so much, Catherine, for appearing on my show. It is such an incredible pleasure having you on for today. To people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Backstory, I've lived in Utah my entire life. One of 4 children, and I just, I'm freezing. I've been married for 27 years and I have 3 grown children. And so I'm just at a point where I can do acting full time now, and it's just kind of a second career, I guess, outside of being a mom.
So we'll dive right into the questions now, Catherine. So for my very first question, so you've been in numerous projects like films and TV, and for the first project I'm going to name is Christmas in Miami. Like, what was this like atmosphere like being on set for this film? Like, what was like the whole experience like for you just getting to be in Christmas in Miami?
Oh man, it was incredible. I did the audition for the British Mom, and within about 10 minutes of sending the audition in, I got a phone call and they said, "We loved it. We love you. We want to have you. Can you start tomorrow?" I'm like, so I showed up on set, and basically I got my script when I arrived, and everyone else on the set had been doing Zoom calls and table reads for months. And so they were all quickly trying to hurry and fill me in. And basically within like 2 hours, I was doing my first scene, and I had never had a British accent before. And so I was just winging it. And the guy who played my son in the movie was actually like, he knew the British accent very well. And so he kind of coached me through it. And yeah, it just all worked out. So it was super fun. I got to just spending time with all the Africans was incredible. They are just full of energy, super fun. And they would cook a lot of their authentic foods while we were on set. We basically lived in this mansion in Florida for, the whole, during the duration of the filming. And so we got to try all the different foods, the jollof rice, and it was just fun to be around all the different cultures. We had Indian on set, we had Asians on set, and it was just super fun to spend so much time with all of them.
So on to my very next question. So you have also been featured in a film called My One True Love. What was it like getting to be on this set, and what was like the whole atmosphere and everything like for this set?
This one I had a very tiny role, and it wasn't even a speaking role. I played, let's see, that one I was the aunt of Sean, and it was a very tiny role, and I more than anything, I wanted to be on set with the producer, John Lyde. He's just very well known in Utah, and I really enjoy working with him. So any opportunity I get to work with him, I'll take it. So that was really fun. Working with that director is always very, very fun.
So on to my very next question. So you have also been in a film called Destined at Christmas. What was it like getting to be on this set? And what was like the whole experience like for you? Just like getting the atmosphere and like the cast, or yeah.
Same thing with that one. So I'm very familiar with the lead actors in that one. Very tiny role. I played the role as a teacher. And so, but same thing, the director on that one was Brittany Wiscombe, and she's incredible as well. And so we have a really tight film community here. And so we all kind of know each other, and it just, any opportunity I get to be on set with her as well, I'll take it. So even though it was a small role, it was just working with Shay Robbins and all of them was just, they're just fantastic. I can't say enough about them.
So on to my very next question. So what made you decide as a person and especially as an actress to get into acting in the first place?
I have always been, I'm so sorry, that's causing noises. I've always been intrigued with, um, I've always loved writing stories, telling stories. And so I got into it mostly so I could use my creativity to portray different characters. Um, I started with modeling when I was in my teens, and it just kind of evolved from doing background and seeing how everything is run. I found myself just not being able to I couldn't get enough. I love it so much. I love being on the film set. I love the energy that is on a film set. People are so excited to go to work every day. And I just couldn't, I was finding myself losing sleep because I was so excited to work. And so I just, so yeah, it just evolved from modeling to doing background to acting. And I got to where I started diving into classes and just realized this is something I can't live without. It's what I want to do.
So onto that. So like what does like acting and performing like mean to you? Like especially as an actress in person, like what does it mean to you?
Being myself while portraying the character in the story. So still bringing my authentic self, but fitting who I am into that character.
My very next question. So what has been your most favorite set to work on and why?
Oh man, hands down so far, I would say I was just on the film set for Horizon with Kevin Costner, and that was, I could talk about that for days. It was so incredible. He is genuinely one of the nicest guys I have ever met. He's incredibly kind. He's extremely creative. He's he cares so much about the people, but he's so passionate about acting. He wasn't so focused on the acting that he mistreated anybody or anything. He was always just very sensitive to everybody around him, and he's really great at just fostering our own creative juices, asking the actors, what do you see in this? What do you want to bring to this? And it was just, he seriously is just such a nice guy. And then the whole film set, it was a period piece about the Civil War. And so I love period pieces. And so I just felt like I just fit the character and the story so well. And it just, it was a dream role for sure.
So on to my very next question. So if you could work with any top 3 actors in the acting industry, who would they be and why?
Sandra Bullock for sure. You probably hear that a lot, but yeah, she's just incredible. She's just so versatile and she plays any character she plays, she just nails it every single time. Oh gosh, who else? Helen Mirren. I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name right, but she's so graceful, but she just demands respect, like without having to say anything. She's just like the roles that she has played she's just incredible. Let's see, top 3, probably Scarlett Johansson as well. So okay. Same thing. She's just very intense, and she plays her action roles so well. And yeah.
So onto
those 3.
Yes, no, I love it. So on to my very next question. So what is your favorite TV or movie franchise currently that you've been watching and why?
Probably Law and Order is my top favorite. And I really love New Amsterdam. I'm sad that it's coming to an end. It's just New Amsterdam is so encouraging. Like there's, amongst all the tragedy, that you just walk away feeling encouraged. So I love that. And Chicago PD, I just love action shows. I love all the characters that are in Chicago PD are incredible. So
So on to my very next question. So if you could have any dream role in TV or film, what would your dream role be and why?
my dream role would be a vigilante. Yeah. I also love period pieces. So, oh man, CIA agent, something along those lines. Mob boss. I don't know. I give you a few.
So
I know you asked for one, but
I have to ask this, by the way, vigilante in Marvel or DC?
oh gosh, that's a tough one. I think I'd take either.
Okay, I love
Yeah.
that. So on to my very next question. So what advice would you give to upcoming actors that want to get into acting? And yeah, what advice would you give them?
I would say first thing, get into classes. Really make sure that you're ready to do the work and enjoy it at the same time. Because if it's just work, it's just another job. It really should be enjoyable. It should be something you're passionate about, something you wake up and look forward to every day. Yeah, practicing every day. I would say definitely don't take anything personal. You hear a lot of no's more often than yeses, and it can be intense at times. And so you can't take anything personal. Be professional at all times. Always be on time. Always treat everybody with respect. Make friends. Just be the one everybody loves on set. Yeah, those are probably my my top suggestions.
So on to my next question. So if now Catherine could talk to younger Catherine looking back over your career in the industry, what would your advice be to younger Catherine and why?
I would say don't let what other people think determine who you are or who you want to become. So many choices I made were based off of what other people thought or failure. I was so afraid of failing. And what I've learned as I've gotten older is that failing is part of the process, and you're going to fail over and over and over hundreds of times. And it's part of the process. So you get yourself back up and you just keep going. You just do it again or do something different, but learn from it and move on. Don't let it, don't be afraid to fail, because we all do.
So on to my very next question. So what are the positive and negatives into the whole acting industry, and how do you get through those negative moments as an actor or actress?
I think that probably the only negatives that come to mind is just not getting all the roles that you want. There's so much time spent in auditions, and especially now that they're virtual auditions, we're doing hundreds, and so people across the world are showing up for these auditions, setting these auditions, and it's not just a few people, it's not just 100 people. We're talking thousands per role. And so you're up against a lot of competition. And so that's probably the hardest part. But when I got to a point where I realized that was the work and then booking the role was the bonus, it made it more like, okay, this is my daily work. This is what I do every day. This is part of the process. And not focus so much on any specific auditions, just do my best, get it turned in, and then let it go. Because you're probably going to get another one the next day, and then the next day, and you just keep doing it over and over. And the positives, there's so many positives. The energy that is on a film set, the people that you meet, just the people I've met in classes, they're so encouraging. And the whole film industry is intriguing. I find myself, even when I'm not filming, spending a lot of time behind the camera, not behind the camera actually filming, but just watching how they're doing everything, or sitting with the, the director while he's, behind the scenes directing. And just, I just want to know all the aspects of the film industry. It's just incredibly intriguing, and it's really, really fun. And the money is not big until you become that big actor, but it's worth it. It's worth all the effort that I put in. It's been 100% worth my time. And if there's any passion in you at all that wants to do acting, go for it. Jump in and don't be afraid to fail.
So on to my very last question for you, Catherine. So what's next for you, for the rest of 2023 onwards? Got any projects that you would like to announce on the show?
I don't have anything that I can announce. But I have some things in the works. And I'm excited. It's going to be a good year. I think that the level of coaching that I am taking now, and the people that I've surrounded myself with, are very driven and very passionate, and it's game on. It's gonna be a good year. The previous years were good. It's just keeps getting better.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Catherine, for taking the time to join my show. It has been such an incredible pleasure having you on the show for today. Everyone, definitely go support Catherine Olsen. She is an incredible actress. You have seen her right here on the show, so definitely go support Catherine. Do you have any last final thoughts that you'd like to share to people on the show?
Whatever you do it with passion. Just whatever that looks like. There's something that's stirring inside of you, whether it's acting or singing or anything that is just you've been putting off, just make the jump. Just do it. You won't regret it.